by Tom Wolfe. He's one of my favorite authors, and he never did acid in the book, but the way he captures it, he captures this community like he was right there in the middle of it. He spent months and months with them, traveling with them. And Ken Kesey, the author, he wrote One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, like probably my second or third favorite movie. Great book. Well,
Hmm.
he's the ringleader in this these clowns, these circus freaks. Um, that's kind of started the
What was
hippie
the
movement.
ring?
What's that? Ken
Because you
Kesey,
said ring.
oh, ringleader, like the circus ringleader. He was the head. He was like the in the center of
Okay,
the
okay, okay.
circus, in the center of the circus
Uh-huh.
freak. And he was part of the MK Ultra project, where the government basically, fed him psychedelics, and as a result, created hippies, thanks to Ken Kesey and his movement. But
Wow.
anyways, it's
That's
all these crazy stories. It's a wild ride, but at the end of it, Ken Kesey's like, drugs are just one um, doorway to potential enlightenment, and maybe not, because some people just get caught in the revolving door and they never actually go through the doorway. He said, like, there's so many other more powerful things like religion and um, you know, uh, education, finding yourself. There's so many other doors that we need to access, and his whole thing was, the acid and psychedelics were merely a doorway to get past that, to graduate from that, and to not need it really, to move on to other
yeah.
things, other doorways, other pathways, and he at the end of it, he'd hope that his followers didn't have to rely on that, and that requires making a life and a legacy, something worth living for such that you don't need those crutches and things. But I just like that analogy of the doorway. You can get caught in the doorway and never
Oh,
actually
it's
go through
exciting
it,
as well. Really.
and that's addiction. And so we gotta,
Also, that remind like that's how people become mad. Like
yeah.
like the addiction. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs
Yes.
at home. I don't recommend them. Unless you have like a shaman, someone they it's really cool. Joe Rogan made opened it up to the world, and for people struggling with PTSD to get help with a therapist, someone who walks them through
Mhm.
these things.
Yeah,
You really do need a professional to talk you through your trauma and whatever pain, and to envelop your pain with love and the right, expertise to walk you through your path and figure out, your parents and your parents' parents, and why are you who you are. Once you can understand